Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm broadcasting now. So anybody who comes in now will be able to hear everything. And where's my record? Oh, it's already recording. right, everybody, let's get this thing going. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 SPMHA Association Awards. Hey, everyone, my name is... Hi, everybody, my name is Brad Hunk, and I'll be moderating tonight's award webinar. Before I hand things over to Elton to get the evening rolling, I'd like to go over a few housekeeping items. Most of you are on tonight's webinar as an attendee. Attendees are unable to unmute their microphones or turn on their cameras unless asked to do so by the moderator. Tonight's presenters will have the ability to unmute themselves, but we ask that you refrain from doing so until it is your chance to speak so that we can control any unwanted background noise. Award winners will also be given the ability to unmute themselves if they want to offer a bit of a thank you. To provide general comments, such as making us aware of any technical issues, feel free to use the chat button. We will be monitoring the chat throughout the evening. Please note that all nominees tonight will be receiving a $50 gift card from Brown Social House, and award winners will be provided a plaque that will be available at the SPMHA office for pickup. So with that out of the way, I'd like to throw it over to Elton Davidge, President of Sherwood Park Minor Hockey.
Welcome everyone to the annual SPMHA Awards ceremony. We had changes in mind early in the season for this event, but did not anticipate having to host this event virtually. But that is now the way of the world. We encourage everyone to continually check our website and read our newsletters for updated information, including the recent release of the COVID-19 response page. With that said, we thought it appropriate to recognize our volunteers before the next season. The awards ceremony has always been about recognizing volunteers in our association that go above and beyond. Over the years, it has grown with the addition of new awards and recognition of different roles within the association. This year, we wanted to take a different approach by announcing nominees for each award in advance. This gave us an opportunity to recognize more outstanding individuals that add value to our association on a daily basis. It also gave us a break from trying to trick the award recipients into attending the ceremony. SPMHA is continually striving to enhance coach development through training resources, instructional clinics, and a focus on the coach community. Thank you for trusting us. We look forward to continuing to grow next season with the addition of more coaching resources and the implementation of a mentor program. With 77 teams in the association last year, we had a great number of individuals that stepped up to help enhance the hockey experience for more than 1,300 registered players. I'm excited to be able to recognize many of those individuals this evening. As tonight is about the volunteers, on with the show. "283 coaches in our junior divisions and 149 coaches in our senior divisions this past season made for a total of 432 volunteers that assumed a coaching role. To those assistant coaches this past season, I want to say thank you. Thank you for supporting your head coaches throughout the season and being leaders on your teams. To the 85 head coaches and co-coaches this past season, I also want to say thank you. These volunteers shouldered many tasks throughout the year, including trading clinics, equipment pickup, drop-off and storage, practice planning, game planning, and more. As a coach in the association myself for the past 5 years, I can appreciate the amount of time and effort that these people put in behind the scenes to grow in their roles, to learn and evolve as a teacher of the game that we love. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all of you, and I hope that you continue to remain as an integral part of the Sherwood Park Minor Hockey family for many years to come. As a token of our appreciation, the association has a gift for all head coaches from the past season, and these will be available for pickup from the SPMHA office during our posted office hours on the SPMHA website. 5 years of service is a testament to a volunteer's commitment to a youth sports association. I'd like to recognize the following coaches who have served for 5+ years within SPMHA. We appreciate your commitment to the game and look forward to many more years. "10 years of service in a youth sports association is a rare milestone that deserves to be recognized. This often spans the majority of the career of a child in minor hockey. Those coaches that were there for the entire ride, they deserve a nod. I'd like to recognize the following coaches who have served for 10 plus years within SPMHA, including Paul McKay, Trevor Kuzik, Dave Robinson, Louis Laventure, David Kazicki, Patrick Miller, Ray Keller, Steve Piasecki, Jeff Toner, and Ryan Woodland. Thank you very much. Applause. 15 years as a coach is a rarity, or an indication that multiple members of a family have shared their SPMHA experience together. I'd like to take one extra moment to recognize Ryan Whitten, who recently completed his 18th season as a coach within SPMHA. Probably time to switch to the executive side of things now, Ryan. We look forward to year number 19. Thank you. I quite often get asked what I was thinking when I joined the SPMHA Board of Directors in April of 2016. Volunteering additional time away from my family to dive headfirst into the world of minor hockey administration, evaluations, team creation, tournaments, and of course, hockey parents. It takes an overwhelming passion for the game and the community, and I am grateful to be a part of the SPMHA executive with so many other volunteers that share that same passion. Being a board member can often be thankless. It can test your emotions and your relationships, and it quite often results in frequent turnover. If it's not the fallout from evaluations that gets you, it's the additional time to assist with minor hockey week, tournament prep, or policy review. I wanted to take a moment to recognize those executive members who have demonstrated perseverance and dedication to an executive role by introducing executive milestones. We look forward to presenting these individuals with a token of our appreciation to commemorate these milestones and upcoming ones. Those executive members that have been a part of the board for 5 or more years have committed more time than one would care to account for. I'd like to thank those individuals who committed this time to SPMHA. This includes Nancy Tremblay, Brad Hunka, David Kazicki, and Jillian Kirkland. Thank you. Leslie Chase has been a mainstay in Sherwood Park minor hockey for 15 plus years, or as we joke with the executive, 15 plus years every year, right, Leslie? With the introduction of executive milestones, it would be appropriate for us to take a moment to thank Leslie for her continued commitment to the association. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. We have 23 nominees for SPMHA awards this year. I would like to congratulate all of you for being nominated by your peers. As noted, SPMHA has a gift card for all nominees to congratulate you on your nomination. Winners of awards this evening will receive an individualized plaque commemorating the award. Their names will also be added to the association plaques, which we hope to have on display in the near future as part of a refurbish of the association trophy case. I would now like to turn things over to Lori Leader, the U9 Division Director, to present the Rookie Coach of the Year.
Hi everyone, I'm Lori Leader, I'm the U9 Director, and I'm here to present the Rookie Coach of the Year. The Rookie Coach of the Year award is presented annually to the coach with less than 2 years experience with SPMHA and judged to the best exemplify the ideal qualities of a new hockey coach during the past season. There's 5 qualifications that we look for in this coach. They demonstrate the desire to grow and develop as a coach, give their time unselfishly and without thought or of material gain, a genuine interest to develop the team, the members' physical, mental, and moral development, and they conduct themselves with honesty and integrity that exemplifies the goals of SPMHA. They are also a positive effect on the character of the player they coach. We have 5 nominations this year, spanning across all the divisions. The first nomination we have is Trevor Archibald for U9 Stormtroopers, or SP 312. Trevor stepped up as the head coach of the team, and he demonstrated genuine interest in the kids and displayed the kind of conduct both on and off the ice that we like to see in our players. Sean Cooper was our second nominee. He was the head coach for the U6 Red Devils, or SP 102. With the wide spectrum of the skill and initiation, he took the time to customize each practice plan to accommodate all the levels of the players on his team. And he was encouraging to all the kids at all the levels. Our next nominee was Mike Hickey from U13 Sharpshooters, or SP 516. Mike demonstrated the ability to motivate the kids and teach and explained the fundamentals of hockey to a level that the team truly appreciated. Mike also coached several teams and provided an excellent role model for everyone around him. Daniel Lennox is our next nominee from the U18 Sharks, or SP 704. So Daniel put a lot of responsibility into the hands of these young adults in the decisions for their season. He taught many skills that are crucial to hockey, but also apply in life as well. For example, showing up on time and always giving it your best effort. Our last nominee for Rookie Coach of the Year is Lockie Reynolds for the U9 Vikings, or SP 309. Lockie created an environment that made the game of hockey tremendously fun for all his team. He demonstrated commitment in developing each team and individual skill of each player through the integration of PEP and a variety of drills that push the kids at every practice. At this point, SPMHA would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to all of our coaches and congratulations to all of our nominees. Our players in our program would be nothing without you. So what everybody's been waiting for, the winner. So this coach from this year, the Rookie Coach of the Year, committed to self-development to improve the hockey experience for their team. They went above and beyond for the team and all the players. They taught the team about what it meant to represent our community as an SPMHA player. Ironically, they set their goal this year to make this a season to remember. Well, I think this season will go down in the books for everyone as a season to remember. So with that, I'd like to please ask you to help me congratulate the 2019-2020 SPMHA Rookie Coach of the Year, Lockie Reynolds. Congratulations, Lockie.
Lockie, I've unmuted your microphone, so if you want to say something, you can go ahead.
Can you hear me there, Brad?
Sure can.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank all the coaches that were part of the Rookie Coach of the Year. I know it takes a lot to step up, plan practices, and I mean, just be out there for the kids. I honestly couldn't have done it. I had a spectacular assistant coach group that taught me about coaching, taught me what it was to be a coach, and just how to present myself when I was at the arena. The parents I had, the kids I had, I mean, it was easy. The kids showed up to play. We had about 75 ice times, and I love picking up ice. But the big thing is I always had kids coming out and had smiles on their face. We had great time at tournaments. And I mean, I couldn't have done it without all the other coaches supporting and all the parents bringing their kids. So I want to thank everyone at SPMHA, and I thank you for this award.
Thank you, Lori. Great way to start it off. Congratulations to you, Lockie. I would now like to turn things over to Todd Pettinger, the U18 Division Director, to present the Coach of the Year.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those that don't know me, my name is Todd Pettinger. As Elton introduced, I'm the director for the U18 division, formerly known as Midget. It's an honor to present the SPMHA Coach of the Year Award for the 2019-2020 season. The Coach of the Year award is presented annually to the coach judged to best exemplify the ideal qualities of a hockey coach during the past hockey season. Consideration is also given to the candidate's history of service to the Sherwood Park Minor Hockey Program as a coach. Some of the qualifications that we look for in our nominations are as follows. 1, they possess the ability to teach and develop players. Their example of coaching brings credit to the game. They give of their time unselfishly and without the thought of material gain. They possess a genuine interest in not only the development of the team members physically, but also intellectually and morally. They've had a positive effect on the character of the players that they've coached. And lastly, for their actions and activities that exemplify qualities of leadership, cooperation, honesty, integrity, and a high sense of moral values. I personally know 4 of the 5 nominees, having coached with at least 3 of them, and I've heard a ton of great things about the other. So let's meet our 5 nominees for the Coach of the Year award for the 2019-2020 season. From the U7 division, formerly known as Initiation, from Team SP201, Sean Bresden. In only his 2nd year coaching, Sean gets rave reviews from parents who praise his fun and interesting practices using a variety of teaching tools such as lightsabers, stuffies, balls, and balloons for different concepts. Keeping practices fun is paramount in keeping kids engaged in the drills and skills development at the U7 initiation age, and Coach Sean has received many comments this season about how excited his young chargers were for every practice and game. Keeping hockey fun appears to be his MO, as several parents collude that he goes above and beyond for his kids. He's teaching them skill, patience, determination, and all while making it fun. My child's improvement is incredible. Another review provides probably the highest form of praise a coach could ever wish to hear by stating, every day since the start of my season, my daughter has asked me how many more days until my next hockey practice. Many of the reviews focus on Coach Sean's use of the creative teaching tools, such as, Sean is very creative and does an excellent job making practices fun. He uses all kinds of props, toys, balloons, balls, stuffed animals, etc. to get the kids playing games that has them skating, using their edges, and developing skills while having fun. From the U9 or Novice division, Team SP302, Blair Manning. Being either the assistant or head coach of 14 teams over the past 7 consecutive seasons, it's impossible to question the commitment of Coach Blair to the players of SPMHA. Taking on the daunting task of head coaching not 1, but 2 teams this season, he managed to provide a fun, inviting atmosphere for both his teams in the Novice U9 and Adam U11 divisions, and received praise from parent groups on both teams. Praise came in the form of comments such as, outstanding coach for these young players, always professional and respectful to the kids while always continuing their development. And kind, patient, skilled, reliable, transparent, honest, makes the kids work and you see improvement. One parent also writes, Coach Blair has been an inspiring mentor and leader for our team. His approach to coaching allows for an easy understanding of the game, even though the diverse learning styles of individual players are varied. He always comes to practices and games with an enthusiastic attitude, which in turn inspires the players to give him their full attention and effort, and to also enjoy their hockey experience. We appreciate the tremendous amount of time that he volunteers to better the sport of hockey in our community. Our deepest gratitude to Coach Blair and all that he has done to develop our son as a player, and more importantly, as a positive individual. From the U11 division, formerly known as Adam, Team SP403, Jeff Toner. The well-known businessman and co-owner of Sin Bin Sports here in the park has been involved in hockey in different capacities for many years. His coaching career began 10 seasons ago and has seen Jeff take on assistant and head coach roles on 12 different teams, all from the U7 initiation up to the U11 Adam division level. Some of the parent comments extol Jeff's dedication to the development of his players at a personal level, creating connections that transcend the game of hockey. One parent writes, he has successfully developed team unity, sportsmanship, and respect in his team as a whole this year, which is of great importance. While yet another writes that he creates a connection with every player and builds on that to connect the team as a whole. His passion for the game is displayed in the carefully thought out practice plans that have served to develop this team from the beginning. Each player has developed by leaps and bounds through his leadership. And as one nomination states simply yet eloquently, Coach Jeff is an outstanding coach who believes in the development of the kids first and foremost. Next up, we have from the U13 division, formerly known as Pee Wee, from Team SP507, Bob Nedzaleski. The U of A Golden Bears alumni has been coaching his son Tyler's team for years. I have personally shared the bench with Coach Bob myself and can tell you that there's not a more positive man behind any bench in any sport anywhere. One nomination states, Bob is a wonderful coach, mentor, and role model for our team players. All players have shown tremendous growth this year. He is by far the best and most positive coach my son has had since initiation. Bob is a treasure in our association, an example of what all of the coaches and parents in our association should strive to be like. High praise indeed. Another parent lists Coach Bob's qualities as commitment to operating as a team, positive and encouraging coach, investment into players' improvements of skills, easy for kids and players to talk to, always willing to get kids to and from practices, promoting the love of hockey, and encouragement of kids to develop lifelong skills through sports. Although this is only Bob's fourth season behind the bench of an SPMHA team, he has been an assistant coach or head coach for 8 different teams, including seasons assisting the Sherwood Park Kings 15 AAA Flyers, the Lloydminster Blazers of the AJHL, and 2 different stints as an assistant coach for the Sherwood Park Crusaders. This is his second SPMHA Coach of the Year nomination, and he won his first nomination in the 2017-18 season. And last, we have from the U18 or Midget Division, from Team SP 701, Steve Piasecki. Steve has been involved in coaching since before his own boys laced up skates for their initiation seasons. He has seen both sons progress through all 13 eligible years of minor hockey and prides himself not just on teaching hockey skills to the players he nurtures, but also life skills. Along the way, many tournament victories, minor hockey week, and playoff championships have been won, but he would tell you that none of that matters. Winning is good, but seeing his players develop into good young men is better. He hangs up the whistle this year, having been the assistant or head coach for a whopping 25 different teams spanning 19 years, starting in 2001 as an assistant coach for the Southside Athletic Club, Kosh Mustangs. From 2006 until 2020, he's been behind 23 different SPMHA team benches, an incredible commitment to the association and the hundreds of players he has coached in those years. Some of the comments we received about Steve this season were not just from parents, but from the players as well. You know you have something special when a 16 or 17-year-old player takes a few minutes out of their day, out of their super busy lives, to actually submit a nomination for a man that some described as their favorite coach in all my years playing hockey, and the best coach I have had in all 13 years I played. Parents double down on that by writing, our son has had the pleasure of having Steve as his head coach for the last 3 years. We couldn't ask for a better coach to finish out our son's minor hockey career. Our teams over the last 3 years have had great success, including a city championship last year and finishing in first place going into the playoffs this year. His easy demeanor and calmness on the bench keeps his players focused. He teaches his players not only how to be great hockey players, but good people. He is very thorough with practices, treats the players with respect, is fair and honest about kids' play. He is all about the kids and wants to see the team succeed. You couldn't ask for a better coach to represent the face of SPMHA. SPMHA would like to thank all of the nominees for their dedication to the association and its members. Clearly, hearing these outstanding resumes, any one of you would make an excellent choice. So how does the SPMHA executive narrow down such a rich list and select just one winner from the 5 gentlemen whose collective experience spans 46 years and 61 different teams? Let's explore what makes a good coach real briefly. The differences between a good coach and a great one may be subtle, but they can make a world of difference to the most important people, the players. While knowledge of the game, ability to demonstrate drills and organizational skills are important, I believe that there are 5 traits that separate the best from all the rest. Compassion. Good coaches talk to their players. Great coaches talk with their players. They spend the time to get to know them on and off the ice. If the coach makes the effort to listen, understand, and treat players with respect, they will have the favor returned. Great coaches know that their team is only as strong as its weakest player and work hard to give every player the chance to improve his or her skills. Communication. A coach can have all the technical knowledge in the world, but if he can't communicate and teach effectively, that knowledge is next to useless. Effective communication stems from taking the time to figure out how each player learns and adapting the message to be able to reach its intended target. The best coaches have the ability to deliver both criticism and praise in a way that players will take to heart. Passion. When a coach has a passion for the game and the team, it makes the experience a positive one for everyone involved. Excitement for the game and improvement, much like COVID-19, is highly contagious. If the coach has it, the entire team will catch it. However, the same goes for negativity. As a referee myself, I can tell you I've seen it many times before in person. If a coach behaves poorly on the bench, there's almost a 100% chance his players will do likewise on the ice. As the old saying goes, the apple never falls far from the tree. Leadership. Great coaches provide a plan for their teams and then provide the direction and motivation to help them reach their goals. They have a plan, are organized, and find a way to encourage the individuals on the team to work and perform together and gain the confidence that they can accomplish the goals. The best coaches are those that will lead an enthusiastic and excelling, growing team by personal example. And finally, humility. Every coach wants to win games, but not at the expense of skill development. Great coaches realize it's about the team, not the guy behind the bench, and put group ahead of self. The best coaches do not measure their success by their trophy case, but by the smiles on their players' faces, their improvement, not only on the ice, but more important as human beings, and their passion for the game. In Sherwood Park Minor, we are fortunate to have an abundance of very good coaches, as well as some absolutely exceptional ones. The individual selected as the Coach of the Year for this season has been an excellent coach for many years. His philosophy has always been not just to work with hockey players, but also develop quality characteristics in the players he's coached. He is a player's coach who embodies all of these above traits. Our recipient may not be aware, but he has been a very close runner-up for several seasons for this award. The number of times his name has appeared on ballots and the consistency of comments over the years, and from the nearly 24 nominations he received this year, all raved about the positive, encouraging atmosphere he provided, his dedication and commitment to the players, and how he has taught the players life lessons, not just hockey skills. Some more of the parent comments received about our award winner were, he is a great coach, respected, and brings out the best of his players. And it's evident he's genuinely concerned about each and every one of the kids playing for him and wants not only to coach them in the game of hockey, but also help turn out to be better people when they are finished a season with him. He has a calm demeanor behind the bench that sets a great example for players and is firm but fair in handing out discipline. Our nominee is a very good coach who understands the game and does a good job of passing his knowledge to the kids. He holds the players accountable and is firm with them but fair. I like this approach because he helped teach my kids a very important life skill about taking responsibility for their play on the ice, both at practice and during games. Although the end of his team's season was unfortunately cut short by the COVID-19 pandemic, his team still managed to finish first overall in the league and eventually be awarded the silver medal for the Subway Edmonton Federation Hockey League for the Tier 1 division of U18 or midget. The team would have almost assuredly made a good run at the ATB Provincial Championships had they been held. But one award that cannot be taken away by COVID was the team's gold medal performance in the 2020 Casey Cup in Great Falls, Montana, where they took the tournament championship for the AA midget division and also produced the overall individual tournament most valuable player for the team. With these credentials and his unwavering commitment to 23 teams of SPMHA kids, it is impossible for me to think of a more deserving recipient of this award in his final year as a head coach of minor hockey. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my sincere pleasure to present the 2020 Coach of the Year Award to a very deserving recipient, a man whom I've looked to as a coach mentor of my own for years now, my friend, Steve Piasecki. Congratulations, Steve.
Steve, you can go ahead and say a few words if you choose.
Can you hear me?
Sure can.
Wow, that's hard to follow, Mr. Todd Pettinger. That was quite the introduction. Very honored and humbled by this award. I never really put a lot of thought into these awards. It's just not my thing, but the last 14 years has been quite a ride. Met some amazing people in Sherwood Park. Been really happy to be part of Sherwood Park Minor Hockey. I think it's an excellent organization. But like one of the other coaches said, it's you can't do it by yourself. It's always a collaborative effort done by committee, and this year was no exception. My assistant coaches Ray Keller, Steph Smith, and Jason Zakowski were amazing. Even our manager, Christy Sandmeyer, down to our trainer, and the parent group was very supportive. So it's a collaborative effort every year, and I've been very lucky to be part of a lot of great coaching groups. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Todd, and a big congratulations to you, Steve. That one's going to be quite tough to follow. It's a wonderful resume, and maybe we can talk you into putting the whistle back on and getting back out for another year. We'll save that for another time. But I would now like to turn things over to Trevor Zilm, our Vice President Finance, to present the Volunteer of the Year.
Thanks, Elton. You guys can hear me okay?
Yep, you bet.
Okay. Thanks for the introduction, Elton. My name is Trevor Zilm. I am the VP of Finance. So it's good that I'm talking about the Volunteer of the Year award, because we don't have to pay that person. So that's a good thing from a financial perspective. So the Volunteer of the Year award is presented annually to the individual judged to have given freely and unselfishly of their time and service for the continuance and betterment of minor hockey in Sherwood Park during the past hockey season. Consideration is also given to previous years of service to the Sherwood Park Minor Hockey Association, and this person best supports the programs and their efforts over a number of years. We have 3 wonderful nominees this year for Volunteer of the Year. Our first nominee is Russ Kinney. So Russ is and has been the tournament chair for the Play Your Face Off initiation tournament the last 2 years. And anybody that knows what it's like to go to a tournament, it's kind of a 3-day organized chaos running around trying to, make sure everything runs smoothly. And there's countless dozens of hours that go into planning those activities and making sure that everything runs smoothly and goes off well. Unfortunately, Russ didn't get the opportunity this year to see the tournament through to its end because of circumstances that were beyond his control. But Russ has worked countless hours to make sure in both seasons that the tournament was ready, prepared, and run successfully. So congratulations, Russ. Our second nominee is Jillian Kirkland. If you've been involved with Sherwood Park Minor Hockey, you know that name. Jillian has been around and on the board this is her 10th year. Last year, she was our VP of the senior divisions, and this year she's moved on to a different position on the board of directors. Jillian has done everything that this association requires. She is tireless in her efforts to make sure that things run well. She participates actively in our minor hockey week. She's working on our midget grad ceremony that will be held tomorrow night. And she volunteered on 2 teams this year to manage. So she's ushered her kids through their time in SPMHA, and she's helping with the next generation. And she's committed. So congratulations to Jillian. Our third nominee is Nancy Tremblay. Nancy is, as you saw earlier tonight, has been involved with Sherwood Park Minor Hockey for quite some number of years. She's currently a member at large on the board, which means that she has basically volunteered herself to help out in whatever way the board can use her and her expertise. So she's helped to spearhead our Welcome Back Barbecue, which was an event that we ran last year and ran very successfully. She's played a significant role in helping out with Minor Hockey Week, with skate-a-thons and registrations, and just about pretty well anything that our association could ask of somebody to help make this a better experience for our kids. So those are our 3 nominees this year. I'd just like to say on behalf of the Sherwood Park Minor Hockey Association and the board, thank you to our 3 nominees, because this board doesn't run, hockey doesn't run as successfully as it does without the hard work and the dedication of our volunteers. If it were up to me, they would all win. But unfortunately, we have to narrow it down to one person. And this person that we chose this year, I've had the pleasure of working with on the board for the last couple of years. And it's not hard to figure out very quickly that she cares a great deal about what we're about and what we represent and what we're trying to do to make our association the best it can be for the kids. So this year we have a very deserving award winner, and that person is Jillian Kirkland. So congratulations, Jillian.
Thank you. I'm actually so excited. I actually didn't think I was going to win. I was excited to be nominated, and I'm just as excited to win. And congratulations to my other nominees. I feel like you guys are ripping me off though, because I've been on this board 12 years. 12 years I've tortured you guys with my nonstop questions. So just throwing that out there. Somewhere I was forgetful somehow and you guys forgot about me. But 12 years, thank you very much for that nomination. And thank you very much for the award. I'm so excited and so happy to always be a part of this. And now that my kids have graduated, so happy to be part of my grandson's journey through the program. So maybe I'll have me for another 12.
Thank you, Trevor, and congratulations to you, Jillian. We'll make sure that we adjust the executive milestones this year and get that updated. You know, Trevor stated it appropriately. With the volunteers, they take on hours and hours of behind the scenes work to generate a product that most of our members just see the finalized item, but don't realize the dozens of items that go in between in the late night runs or early morning runs to get things done. So we can't function without volunteers like Jillian and Russ and Nancy and those who weren't nominated but deserve to be. So thank you very much. I would now like to turn things over to Bobby Kazicki, one of our manager directors, to present the manager of the year.
Hi everyone, I'm Bobby Kazicki, as Elton said. I am one half of the manager director's position on the board. My counterpart Cheryl couldn't be here tonight, but I am so happy to be able to present the Manager of the Year award for this season. The Manager of the Year award is presented annually to the individual who is judged to best exemplify the ideal qualities of a manager during the past hockey season. Consideration is also given to the candidate's history of service to the Sherwood Park minor hockey program as a team manager. The qualifications for this award are they must possess exceptional ability to organize and efficiently run their team. They give of their time unselfishly and without the thought of material gain. They go above and beyond to enrich the hockey experiences of the players, the coaches, and the parents. They have a positive effect on the overall morale of the team and its members, and their actions and activities exemplify qualities of leadership, cooperation, honesty, integrity, and a high sense of values. We have 3 nominees for this season's award. Our first nominee is Lisa Roseborough, who managed the U13 Black Wolves team this season. In her nominations, Lisa was described as a coach's dream in one. She is organized, direct, and on top of every aspect of a hockey team that a manager should be. She made the lives of the coaching staff much simpler with her knowledge and organization. As a manager myself and my husband who is a coach, I know that is a huge relief to have someone that's taking all of that onus off the coaches to organize all those extracurricular activities. So that was really great to hear. Our second nominee is Anna Mazurek, who managed the SP304 Vikings. She was said to have run a very successful season for the Vikings, from scheduling many extracurricular events to securing extra ice. Her communication with the team was said to be exceptional. Our third nominee is Jillian Kirkland. As Trevor mentioned, if you have been involved in Sherwood Park minor hockey for any amount of time, you know this name. Jillian has given back to the SPMHA for many years, but also managed the U18 Sharks this season. In the nominations, Jillian was described as taking on the role of managing the season on top of all of her other hockey commitments without hesitation. Her communication and organization was above and beyond, and she ensured the season ran smoothly for all. Jillian was said in her nominations to be a tireless worker and to go above and beyond the call of duty. I want to personally thank all of the nominees this season on behalf of the Sherwood Park Minor Hockey Association. I can personally vouch for all the hard work and late nights and long hours that managers put into helping teams run smoothly. It's a ton of work that's behind the scenes, sometimes overlooked, but extremely critical for a season to be successful. And I know so very much appreciated by the coaches. On that note, I'm pleased to announce the 2019-2020 Manager of the Year Award winner. This year's recipient had rave reviews, and I'll quote just a few of the nominations that we received. She's like the man behind the curtains in The Wizard of Oz. She runs things so smoothly that you don't realize how hard she is working until you see how many levers one needs to operate to make it all happen. Another one, she brings so much energy to the players and the parent group. And the last one I'd like to quote, I cannot imagine many managers are up at 5:30 a.m. messaging the coach about picking up extra ice times. This allowed us coaches to focus on developing the players, and we have seen a drastic improvement and success in all of our players. Not only did our recipient tick all the boxes off for our Manager of the Year award, but she also did a fantastic job as chair for the Novice Player Face-Off Tournament this year. It is my absolute pleasure to present the Manager of the Year award to Anna Mazurek. Congratulations.
Anna, your mic's open if you want to say a few words.
Sorry, is it working?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to thank my amazing coach, Lockie, I remembered. It was an absolutely amazing season. We had a lot of fun. We had great kids, great parents. I had an absolutely amazing treasurer with Jill Curtis. We had lots of parents stepping up to help along the way, and it just made for an amazing and fun season. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bobby, and congratulations to you, Anna. I would now like to turn things over to Jillian Kirkland, the Vice President of Junior Divisions, and a common name this evening as the recipient of the Volunteer of the Year Award, to present the Sportsman Award.
All right, as Elton said, my name is Jillian Kirkland, and this year I have moved from VP of Senior Programs to the VP of the Junior Programs. I'm so honored to have been asked to present the award for Sportsman of the Year this year, especially with the top candidates that we have under this nomination. The Sportsman Appreciation Award is annually awarded to a person who has made a significant contribution to hockey. They'll have possessed qualities related to sportsmanship and leader and brought distinction and respect to the SPMHA program while giving their time unselfishly. The nominees for this year's category of sportsmanship are Tom Farquhar and Todd Pettinger. To start, I would like to note some of the similarities in these two candidates. It's no surprise that both of them came under sportsmanlike. Tom and Todd both, your infectious smiles, number one. You guys will never go to the rink and not see one of these guys. Either of them, they're always smiling at the rink. They are always happy to be there. They're there to be with the athletes, the coaches, the parents, and the refs, and they are always smiling when they're there. Number two, they both have the passion for improving the experience of the participants. Honest and truly, every single moment you see them, you know that they are there with a heartfelt meaning of being there to help you or the kids or the game. And number three, they both operate in the best interest of fair play. And I think that's why it's such a special thing that they both got nominated for the Sportsman of the Year. They are in this for the game and for the kids, and that's why they're such deserving nominees. Todd Pettinger had a few hats this year. You've already heard him talk, so you know he was the midget director. But he also coached 2 teams. He helped out with his son Aiden's team and his son's Evan's team. If you wanted to find Todd, you were definitely look for him at the rink. He's always there. Working as Todd's boss this year and the last couple of years, I want to share something about you guys, about his personality if you don't know him personally. Not only is he a stellar volunteer, but he is meticulous. Todd cares about getting the teams done right. He wants the players on the right team. He wants them to play where they're going to be the happiest, with the most growth and learning. And he will itemize and scrutinize and build 500 graphs and send me 1,000 flow charts, flipping the kids every which way to make sure that he has got them exactly where they go. Because Todd so very much cares about the players and their experience. And that's part of what makes a great sportsman. Tom Farquhar, he hasn't been on here much to talk tonight, but he served as our Adam assigner for the ref program. And I truly believe that the reason that we have refs coming back year after year is due to a volunteer like Tom. If you can imagine being a 14-year-old kid, your job as a ref is to get yelled at. Game after game after game, for the most part, you are being yelled at by adult males. So who would think, hey, this is fun, let's come back, let's do it again? Not too many, and unfortunately the referee program suffers a high turnover. But I believe under Tom's guidance, we have kept more kids than we have in many, many years, and he is such an integral part of that. He makes sure that those kids feel appreciated, that they feel respected and understood. He teaches them the love of the game from the other side of the coin, not the playing side, but the passion and the understanding of the game, the rules, how to deal with those conflicts, how to deal with those coaches. And more than once, when a kid can't make it or they're short notice, not going to be able to show up, Tom's the guy lacing up his skates and jumping on the ice to make sure your kids have a referee doing a good job and keeping the game safe for all those young players. So I am so glad that I didn't have to help choose, because there is no way between these 2 excellent choices I could make a choice. On behalf of SPMHA, I congratulate both of you. It has been an honor to work with both of you for many, many years, helping improve the program and keeping it sportsmanlike and exactly what hockey should be for kids. So I'd like to take this moment to thank both nominees and to congratulate Tom Farquhar on his award. Good job.
Tom, you should be able to go ahead and unmute if you want to say a few words.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, perfect. Well, first of all, my family is standing behind me here. We're in a 34-degree hot motorhome right now. I just want to say, Jillian, thank you very much for those words. But my big thanks goes out to all the executive, all the coaches, and then particularly Jillian, very supportive of all the officials and everything. But really what gives me my sort of smile at the end of the day going to that rink every day is just the fun hallway chats that we have, the support that we have from this executive and all the coaches. And yeah, I certainly get yelled at for my skating, that's for sure. But I want to say in the hallways afterwards, we always got great coaches saying, hey, have a good night, Tom, and what have you. For the love of the game, all those young officials and the players, this is a great organization we have, and really my thank you goes out to everyone there. So thank you very much, Sarah.
Thank you, Jillian, so much for that presentation, and congrats to you, Tom. Hopefully you guys are able to stand the heat a little bit. We quite appreciate your efforts. We have 2 awards left this evening, and we're going to bring back another familiar name in Todd Pettinger, our U18 Division Director, to present the Darren St. Jean Memorial Award. Todd?
Thanks, Elton. Congratulations, Tom. That was you're a very well-deserved recipient on that, and I'm glad that in the end it wasn't me, because you folks would have been really, really tired of hearing my voice by the end of tonight. But it is an honor to be tasked with presenting the annual Darren St. Jean Scholarship on behalf of the Sherwood Minor Hockey Association and the St. Jean family. This scholarship is awarded to a graduating player annually who has played a minimum of 5 years with our association and exemplifies the traits that the namesake of this award lived every day prior to his young life being tragically cut short at the age of 17, just as his own final year of minor hockey was coming to a close. Those traits are teamwork, sportsmanship, and dedication. The qualifications for this award are the recipient must be a participant in the Sherwood Park Minor Hockey Association in the year that the scholarship is awarded. They should have played with SPMHA for at least 5 years. They must be registered in grade 12 and scheduled to graduate in the school year ending in June of the year that the scholarship is awarded. Seeing as how it's July, most of these folks have already done so. They must have demonstrated satisfactory attitude and effort in high school subjects. And they must have demonstrated overall ability in hockey, specifically in respect to sportsmanship, team play, attitude, and dedication to the game. I can tell you this season we received more quality applications for the Darren St. Jean Memorial Award than in any other season that I've been involved with the SPMHA executive. Narrowing down this crop of outstanding young ladies and men to our 4 finalists was a struggle, as there were so many quality individuals to select from. I personally have known many of the nominees through my involvement with SPMHA as a coach, and most recently at the board level. You get to know many of them through the grueling evaluation process as I attended games and practices once the teams were formed, and from all the reference letters that we received from coaches, teachers, and general character references for players being nominated. And I can tell you that there are quite a few more worthy individuals who are not amongst the group of fine young men and ladies that were selected as our 4 finalist nominees tonight. A quick introduction to our 4 nominees. Kyla Gagnon, a hard worker who has earned honors in her last 5 years of school. She has applied to the University of Alberta to study engineering this fall. She's played 9 seasons of hockey, starting in Adam, on 3 all-female teams and 6 co-ed teams. Kyla embodies a love for the game and has already begun her next phase of hockey life, we hope, by being an assistant coach last season for an Adam team, and has numerous volunteer hours with both SPMHA and the ball hockey community as well. Adding to this impressive resume is the astonishing fact that she discovered she had scoliosis at age 13. Her first question to the doctor and her parents after hearing this diagnosis was, "Can I still play hockey?" She battled for years wearing a back brace for up to 23 hours a day, yet has persevered with an overwhelmingly positive attitude and an undying love for the game. Keaton Silzer, a young man who not only holds down multiple casual and part-time jobs, but did so while planning around his hockey schedule. His leadership and love for the game shone through to his coaches and teammates, as did his dedication to the sport. A respectful young man both on and off the ice, Keaton has been an honor student from grades 7 through 12 and is also part of the IB, or International Baccalaureate program in mathematics. This program has a high demand, or had a high demand on his time, but he managed to juggle this, his jobs, and his true love of hockey quite effectively. Jenica Kirkland, a respectful young lady who has loved the game from a young age. When the Sherwood Park Strathcona Fusion Association formed, Jenica passed up the opportunity to play in the all-female league, preferring to play what she considered more competitive hockey with the boys. The Kirkland family has bled white and green for many years, with dad coaching and mom serving on the SPMHA executive for over a decade and still going strong. Jenica embodies this through her own involvement in hockey, both as a player and an official. Her academic credentials include honors achievements in her core subjects, not to mention that she took 5 AP, or advanced placement subjects, this last school year. She achieved the highest mark of her entire school in French 30 while still being in grade 10, and has applied to the University of Alberta with a major in sciences and a minor in either math or languages. And our last nominee is Charlie Robinson. His coach this season called him one of the most dedicated hockey players he has worked with throughout all his years of coaching. Small in height, but large in heart, Charlie commands big respect amongst his teammates. While not the loudest on the ice, he demonstrates his dedication through his play, rarely finding the penalty sheet, and is a versatile player, able to play an offensive or defensive position interchangeably. Several coaches were happy to write reference letters for him, going back several seasons and teams. Teachers describe him as having the attributes of a perfect student, with a high work ethic, and his grades reflect the focus and dedication he shows to his athletics. At the time of nomination, Charlie had already been accepted into the University of Alberta engineering program for fall of 2020. Now, after hearing that rundown, I'm sure everyone would agree it was a darn near impossible task for the selection committee to select just one winner out of such a deserving group of nominees. And yet, this difficult decision is strangely gratifying in that we as parents can feel proud of the exceptional quality of children we are raising here in Sherwood Park. To the 4 finalists, along with the numerous nominees who are not represented in this final 4, I will say this: you should all be very proud of the accomplishments that you have made both on and off the ice thus far in your young lives. We as a community of Sherwood Park look forward to witnessing the great things I have no doubt that all of you will accomplish. You are all winners in my book already. Despite that, as there may be only one winner, the committee took a hard look at all references that were received for all the nominations. Of the criteria for the Darren St. Jean Memorial Award, 2 that stand out are: the recipient must have demonstrated satisfactory attitude and effort in high school subjects, and the recipient must have demonstrated overall ability in hockey, specifically in respect to sportsmanship, team play, attitude, and dedication to the game. While hockey ability is important, attitude and being a good person off the ice is almost as much of a contributing factor. Some of the comments made by one of the teachers from the winning player's high school were, "I have witnessed on numerous occasions this player's willingness to help others in class that may be struggling with the material that we've covered. Students that they help seem to better understand the directions and have been able to complete more work because of this individual. Always respectful towards me and their peers. Along with their success in school, this player has been able to excel in hockey. They have been able to balance their schedule with being a student, which has quite high demands for their time, as well as their hockey schedule." Some of the comments from the coaching staff of the team this player was an integral part of for the 2019-20 season state, "On the ice, this player is always looking for ways to better their play and is often the first in line to do drills in practice. This individual is an extraordinary leader for us and can often be heard building up their teammates throughout a game. We can always count on this player to be at practice giving full effort. This player is a prime example of the values that the Darren St. Jean Memorial Award requires because of their hardworking, dedicated, charismatic attitude, not only just towards hockey, but life in general. This player demonstrates leadership qualities on and off the ice." Another coach writes, "They play the game hard and with integrity, representing Sherwood Park as a city and a hockey association. This player's dedication is shown by having a job, yet works their schedule so that they are virtually at every practice and game. It has been a pleasure coaching and being part of a team with this young individual." One of this individual's employers even provided a stellar reference letter. Some of the highlights from this were, "From the first day I met this individual, they impressed me greatly with their focus and determination in everything they do. They are an exemplary student as well as a person of tremendous character with significant leadership skills. It is rare to meet a high school student who is so mature, organized, and results-oriented. As a business owner, I have hired this person as a casual employee many times, and they always exceed my expectations by showing great teamwork, professionalism, and willingness to assist in all aspects of the job. This individual is very deserving of this scholarship and will contribute to any community that they are a part of." So who is it? His family moved to Sherwood Park a year after beginning initiation hockey in the 2008-2009 season in Regina, Saskatchewan. Playing his 3rd and final year of midget this season, he has proudly worn the Sherwood Park minor hockey crest on his chest 11 of 12 seasons of his minor hockey career. A recently graduated student who has held multiple jobs while balancing a demanding academic schedule in the International Baccalaureate program at Salisbury Composite High School, and still demonstrating tremendous leadership amongst his teammates at almost every game and practice that the SP704 Sharks had this season. With these credentials and experience, it's difficult for me to think of a more deserving recipient of this award. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present the 2020 Darren St. Jean Memorial Scholarship Award to Keaton Silzer. Congratulations, Keaton.
Am I unmuted?
Yes, you are. Denise, do you have Keaton there with you?
I do not have Keaton here with me. This is very unexpected. But you know what? Keaton is going to be thrilled, and he is definitely going to be at the hockey graduation tomorrow. You know, these words are so nice to hear about your kid. And Keaton is someone that I'm proud of. I think he is a hard worker, and he's kind, And he's never been an exceptional, top-notch hockey player, but I've told every coach that, Keaton plays with all of his heart. And so I really thank Sherwood Park Minor Hockey because it is integral in developing these young men and women. And it really does help to make them better all-rounded people, and to learn how to work on a team, and to learn how to take, constructive criticism, or, learn how to better themselves. So I am so thrilled. Keaton is going to U of A in the fall, and he's going into the Faculty of Science. And this scholarship will definitely help him out. And I want to say congratulations to all the nominees, because I know every one of you, and you are all deserving as well. Thank you.
Thanks again, Todd, and congratulations to you, Keaton and Denise. Just hearing those words from you makes this all worth it. So we wish Keaton the best of luck. Congratulations to the other nominees. Hearing their resumes is unbelievable, and that's what we strive for in Sherwood Park Minor, is to develop not just athletes but people and leaders. And it's under people like our Coach of the Year nominees that we're seeing that each year. So we're on to our final event of the evening, and I'd like to take a moment now to welcome an SPMHA executive alum. Tom Watts served on the SPMHA Board of Directors from 2009 through 2018, acting as the president of the association from 2011 to 2016. Tom was well known for his wit in dealing with parents and players in his role as both a manager and a coach from 2001 to 2016, while his three children, Jared, Josh, and Kennedy, played in the association. Tom, thank you for joining us tonight to present the Lifetime Achievement Award to another Tom, Mr. Tom Cosson. The floor is yours.
Tom, oh, there you go.
There we go. Truly, thank you, Alden. Truly an honor to be here tonight. I thank you, the board, Brad and Leslie, for the opportunity. A little selfish of me because it's an opportunity for me to reconnect, but also to speak about my friend Tom Cosson. And I'll do that a little bit here. Sorry. And I do want to pass on my congratulations to the board. This is a wonderful event, and I want to wish everybody congrats too for the evening and their awards and their nominations. It's fantastic. So Leslie had sent me a quick note on Tom, and essentially Tom Cosson, he's an icon in Sherwood Park hockey. He's always been there. We were trying to kind of unwind and unpack Tom's career with Sherwood Park Minor Hockey, and we think it started before they invented ice, but we're not sure. So we think around 1990, mid-90s, 95, 96, Tom started off as the concession director. And he's talking hot dogs and popcorn to kids and to families from up until we think, say, 2008. And from there, Tom took a bit of a hiatus. He rejoined the board in 2012, 2012-13 season as director at large. And I was pleased to serve with Tom at that time. And he was that for a couple of years. And then shortly after that, he was the PR director, I think for about 3 or 4 years from 2014 to 2019. Along with that, Tom also was very active with the Ref Association. He was the paymaster, the treasurer for the Ref Association, again, from the mid-90s, late 90s into 2018. He served as the RIC for a number of years as well, and was an active ref. My time with Tom on the board was, I'm going to say, fantastic. Tom was always there. He was always supportive. He had lots to say, and he would challenge, and he provided lots of really solid advice. So we really appreciated that. And along the way, you know, I often think about the number of things that Tom has done. I mean, we all know that he lived in that corner of the shell for the longest time as a coach. I didn't actually know if there was a door to let him out, but I guess there was, because eventually he had to, you know, give money to the concessions. So, I mean, I don't know how many skates you've sharpened, Tom, but it probably in the millions. How many bags of hot dogs and or popcorn and hot dogs you've handed out, but it certainly is in way up there. And I'm going to say that your care and concern for the association spanning that 20 plus years is outstanding and well worthy of the Lifetime Achievement Award. And one of the things that strikes me about hockey, when you get to a point where you look back and you look back on your accumulation of all the things you've done, I think of someone like Tom, who the goal isn't about you know, necessarily putting kids on the ice. It's about joy. It's about growth, personal development. It's about the dream. You know what? Every young kid has got a dream and they want to play. And I think if you look back, and certainly someone like Tom can look back and look at all the kids, look at all the people that he served, look at all the committees he was on, and I think the countless hours, you know, that he spent at the arena. I think someone like Tom can look back and be proud of his achievements, be proud of his volunteerism, and really look at that joy and growth that he helped develop and help support for the association. So, you know, I'll pass it back to the group, Tom, but I did want to present this award, and I thank Eldon for the opportunity, because Tom, you were a good friend and you're a good volunteer, and you know what, I truly thank you for your support and your time and your effort, and it's very much appreciated.
Tom, you can go ahead and unmute yourself if you have a few words to say.
Well, from one Tom to another, thanks very much for those kind words. Thank you to Minor Hockey and all of the fine people that I've had a chance to work with over the years. It truly is a pleasure, and I still look forward to going to the rink every day when we're allowed in. 87, 88 is when I actually got involved in minor hockey in the executive for the first time. I took a small hiatus in the middle, and I really enjoyed every minute that I you know, was on the executive. Getting this award, who knows? I may make a comeback yet, so everybody beware, because I love it so much and I love being around the rink. Of course, you all know that I spend an awful lot of time there. You never know. One might as well be involved if you're going to be, you know, at the rink every day. Again, thank you, everyone. And it truly is an honor to receive this award. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you to Tom Watts for your contribution in joining this evening, and congratulations to you, Tom Cosson, for the recognition of your dedication to SPMHA over the years. We don't hand out the Lifetime Achievement Award annually. It goes to those who truly deserve it, and without a doubt, you do truly deserve it. So thank you. I would ask everyone to make sure you swing by the sharpening booth in the shell to congratulate Tom the next time you're in there. There's a good chance he'll be in there grinding skates. I'd like to thank all of you who joined us this evening. As I tend to do, I will go off script to take a moment to thank our General Manager, Brad Hunka, for his efforts with this event. This might have been one of the busiest weeks of the summer, if not the busiest, given a committee meeting last night, this event, the midget graduation event tomorrow night, and evaluation skills testing on Thursday and Friday. Without fail, Brad never hesitates to deliver, often working from early morning through to the late evening and into the weekends. The board of directors greatly appreciates all of your efforts, Brad. Congratulations to all of the award winners and nominees for an outstanding year. I invite you all to review our return to play guidelines that were communicated this past Sunday, along with a resource library and an FAQ section on what we might expect for the upcoming season. We will continue to communicate information in a timely manner moving forward. Thanks again to everyone for attending, and we'll see you around the rink soon.